Guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's Down and Dirty. We are back at you with our FAE Mulcher head. Today we're going to talk about how can you get your drum unstuck. Now this is assuming that you're only caught up on some brush. Let me throttle that down so we can hear each other. This is assuming you're wadded up on some brush. This is not going to work if you've just chewed through a blanket or a carpet or a chain link fence. Obviously this is only going to work when you're wadded up with brush. But where we're at right now, I cannot use my head because I intentionally got it all wadded up. So as you can see, as we're lifting up here, all that brush coming out. So the first thing you can do is exactly what I just did. And it worked. A lot of times, you can just lift it out of the material and try the drum again, and it'll work. But there are other times where you're really wadded up, and it is just not gonna happen. Now this is the challenge with this head, is see if I can get it wadded up. That's how well this head eats. It's hard to get it wadded up. There we go. Okay, so we're wadded up. And even when I lift out of the material, nothing. Can't get it to go. So, oh my gosh, what do we do? As a rookie, what do we do? Like I said, we're gonna lift up and we're still wadded up. So the next thing I'm gonna do is try to drive forward a little bit, because a lot of times that brush is still stuck to things underneath. And so if we drive forward, we can get some of it to maybe drag out. Sure enough, there we go, we're back in business. Now let's say, for the sake of argument here, let me open my door here. Now let's say, for argument's sake, that was not able to get our drum clear. Well, now what are we gonna do? Well, this is where you show up with some operator skills. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull out into an area where the ground's actually got some stiffness to it, so not all over my mulching. I'm gonna try to find myself a spot on the bare ground, and I'm gonna tilt my head forward so that my drum rotor comes into contact with the ground. I'm gonna put my weight on it, and I'm gonna just back drag. And what we're doing is we're causing that rotor to turn the opposite direction that it was going when it got wadded up. And what happens is, as it turns, it starts to unclog itself. And I bet 7 to 8 times out of 10, that's gonna work, that's gonna get you back onto it. But there's some times where you're really wadded up and you're gonna struggle. That's where you elevate it to the next one, which is we're gonna go find a stump. And if you got stumps, which you should because you're doing tree work, we can do the same thing, but now we're gonna grab a stump with our head. And that's gonna let it roll up. You can see how the head just rolled up and over. We're catching with the stump, we are catching our carbide teeth, and we're forcing that drum to rotate backwards over that stump. And right there, oh, we're still wadded up. Look at that. I thought we had it cleared out. There we go. Just like that, you're back in business. So that's all I've got for today. It's a super short Down and Dirty, but hopefully that'll save you a little heartache if you're in a mulcher for the first time. And I should say this, if you're in a mulcher for the first time, safety is paramount. If you have a door, if you're aiming towards anyone, any structures, any cars, vehicles, make sure that you've got the door shut on the mulcher to keep people safe. Most importantly though, always know where everyone is around you when you're using one of these. These easily throw branches and shrapnel 300 plus feet. So make sure you're paying attention, make sure you know where everyone is. So that being said, thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you on the next Down and Dirty.